In this video, Dr. Jordan Peterson explains how limited human vision really is.
You're blind to a ridiculous degree, and your visual system and your brain are constantly coping with the fact that you're blind, And you can kind of detect it to some degree, like if you look at someone, but you pay attention to the things that surround them. You'll see that, so I'm looking at you. I can't see your nose for sure, it's gone. I can't even see your face. I can see your glasses. I can't see any features in your face at all. Can you smile? No, the one behind. So, well, one of the things I've noticed when doing this is that, if you look here, look at my finger, but pay attention to my face. It's really hard, because normally when you pay attention, you move your eyes to what you're paying attention to. Okay, so here's what you might see. The first thing you might see is that you can't see my nose. The second thing you might see is that you can really see my eyes, especially if they move. Weird, eh? Isn't that weird? God, it's so weird. It's like all of a sudden these eyes pop up. They're going back and forth like this. Yeah, and so I'll try this too, okay? So look at my finger again. So you can also see teeth. Well, why? Well, if you're looking here and there's something there with eyes and teeth, you should probably be able to see it, right? And so what that basically means is you've got this tiny little fovea, which is right in the center of your retina. It's just densely packed with cells, and then those cells transmit information along the optic nerve, and they're just connected like mad to cells in the visual cortex. But you don't have that much room, so you can't connect all the cells in your retina to 10,000 cells, like at the first level of connection. You'd have to have a brain this big, and you don't, so you get by. And part of the way you get by is you're always moving your eyes around. And so it looks like you can see everything, but you can't. In fact, out here, like if I'm looking at you, now I can tell my hands are there, although if I didn't know they were hands, I probably couldn't figure it out. They're kind of blurry, I would say. And they're in black and white. But I can't tell that, So out here, it's like, who cares what color it is? So you just don't see the color. But you don't know that you don't see the color. And then, of course, I can have my hands here, and then I put them here. I can hardly see them, and then, they're gone. They're so gone, it's like they don't even exist. It's not even, because you'd think in some sense that what was behind your head would be black, like when you close your eyes. That's nothing. But no. What you can't see behind your head is so not there that it isn't, it's literally, it isn't even not there. That's how gone it is. So, okay, so part of the way that your eyes work is that the periphery is attached to devices in some sense, and some of them detect lines, and some of them detect movement. You remember Jurassic Park? Don't move! The dinosaur can't see you unless you move. It's like, yeah, frogs are like that. And cats are like that to some degree. They can really see things move this way. Partly because their eyes are slitted, makes it easier for them to see things moving like this. They're not so good at things moving like this. Well, it's because they chase mice, right? And mice move, most mice, except like ones that hop, they move this way. And so cats are specialized for that. And so you're also specialized to see teeth and eyes because you want to know if something's looking at you, and you want to know if it has teeth. And so what that means in part is that the surrounding tissue in your eyes reports to some degree to your visual cortex, which is what you use to actually have conscious vision with. But a lot of it just dumps down into some of the brain areas we haven't talked about. Not necessarily directly down to the hypothalamus, although I suspect it has inputs there. I just don't know. But your eyes talk to your spinal cord directly, so that you could see something snake-like, for example, and jump, just like you jump if your hand touches a hot stove. You don't even see the snake. It's like, snake jump. And the reason for that is you wait around to see the snake. It's like it's bitten you 15 times and you're dead. So you can't wait around and see this, oh, look, a snake. And you jump. It's like, no, that doesn't work. So your body has conserved all these layers of reflex and movement all the way up to, higher order voluntary movement, because otherwise you just wouldn't be fast enough when something super fast happens. And then the way your eyes are built, so your eyes can tell your body to jump. With no vision, right? It's just pattern. Snake pattern, jump pattern. It's snake pattern, retinal pattern, optic nerve pattern, brain pattern, muscle pattern. No vision, no seeing. because you don't need the seeing. You just have to do pattern to pattern matching, right? It's a weird way of thinking about it, but it's not much different than touching, you know. You can feel the pattern. You can build a three-dimensional representation of it. You can really see well with your eyes. It's like the idea that blind people can't see is a really dopey idea. They can't see color, and they're not very good at detecting things in the distance. But they have a visual world. It's just built out of things that don't have color. You know perfectly well that that's the case, because I could hand you an object and you could fiddle around with it behind your back, and after some fiddling around, you'd know exactly what it looked like. And you might pull it out here and say, well, I didn't know it was blue. It's like, yeah, okay, fair enough. You didn't know it was blue, but you still saw it. And you can get pretty goddamn good vision with your ears. So there are kids who are blind who've learned to echolocate. So they go click, click, click. They don't make that noise exactly, but they do click. And they can detect the clicks bouncing off of things, and they can do that well enough, not only to walk, but some of them can actually ride bikes. It's like, hey, that's impressive, man. So what's that?
They can't actually play basketball.
Yeah, there's one kid, I saw a kid on YouTube who was blind who could shoot baskets. Yeah, which is, hey, that's impressive, man. But, my point is that, a lot of the neural tissue it'll take whatever input it gets. And so if you're born blind, your auditory systems will invade your visual system. And then you have twice as much brain devoted to your hearing. So, and then, you can use that quite effectively. So